morning, church family. Well, today is a banner day. It's a very special anniversary. 100 years ago on this day, audiences for the first time were amazed by the performance of the first time somebody was sawed in half. Now, this magic trick, this illusion has been going on for 100 years in one variation or another all over the world. And not once has anybody ever really been cut in half. So let's keep it that way. Kids, don't try this at home. But something about a magic trick like that, we love to be amazed. We love to sit there and be astounded and see that. But at the same time, we don't want to be fooled. We want to say, I know how they did that. You're not going to trick me. We have the answers. But do we? I wonder if we really do. So often, it's not just the magic show that tries to capture us and amaze us, but all kinds of things are calling our name, drawing us in, and are they trustworthy? Are they fun? Or are we made the fool? Today, in the first reading from Samuel, I think we have a great example of how to determine, how to use our gifts of discernment that God gives us. See, Samuel is a young man. He's about 12 years old, I believe, and he's living in the temple. And Eli, the priest there, is his mentor, his guide. So Samuel one night is sleeping and he hears a voice call his name. So of course he gets up and he thinks it's Eli who needs his help in the middle of the night. So he gets out of bed and he says, "Here I am, Eli." And Eli says, "I didn't call you. What are you doing? Go back to bed." Well, it happens again. And again, Samuel gets up and said, "You called and here I am." It happens 3 times. And finally Eli says, "It's not me calling you. There's nobody else here. Perhaps it's the voice of God calling your name. Go back to bed again and listen. And if he calls you, say, 'Here I am,' and that you are listening." Are we listening to God's voice? How do we discern if he's calling? Again, I think this story may not be the one answer, but it provides a great illustration. Number 1, be like Samuel. Be committed to serving God. Be in the temple, be in God's house, and listen. And get yourself an Eli. Now, you won't find a perfect mentor. They aren't out there. But you can find one who's faithful, who's willing to teach, because they listen to God themselves. And they lead, and they have the gift and the ability and the willingness to lead others to God. Or be an Eli yourself. Be faithful to say, "Hey, I'm the director of Christian education. I'm always going to push for Christian mentors and leaders and teachers." So be an Eli yourself and find someone who's willing to listen, that you can lead to God and you could lead to the love of Christ. So listen, be in God's house, find a trusted mentor. This one over here is pretty good, I must say. And know that God can speak to you. And when he does, be willing to say, "Here I am, Lord." Amen.